electrical raceways can be supported from supports of other systems, such as plumbing or sheet metal, but this is conditional. The National Electrical Code, specifically Section 300.11a, addresses this topic. According to NEC 300.11a, raceways, cables, and other electrical equipment must not be supported by other raceways, cables, or other electrical equipment. However, there's an exception. Exception number 1 of NEC 300.11 states that raceways and cables shall be permitted to be supported from messenger wire, suspension strand, or other overhead conductors where one or more of the following conditions are met. Firstly, the messenger wire, suspension strand, or other overhead conductor is identified in Table 310.15b16 for the support of raceways and cables. Secondly, the messenger wire, suspension strand, or other overhead conductor is listed for the support of the raceways or cables used. Thirdly, the messenger wire, suspension strand, or other overhead conductor is of sufficient strength to withstand the additional weight of the raceways and cables. And fourthly, the raceways and cables do not impose a torque on the messenger wire, suspension strand, or other overhead conductor. Let's break this down. The primary rule in 300.11 aims to prevent the situation where electrical systems are relying on each other for support, creating a potentially unsafe or unstable installation. Think of it this way: if one raceway is supporting another and the first raceway fails, the second one will also fail. This could lead to damage, hazards, and code violations. The exception, however, recognizes that in certain situations it's practical and safe to use existing support structures, even those associated with other systems like plumbing or sheet metal. The key is that these support structures must meet specific requirements to ensure the electrical raceways are adequately and safely supported. Let's examine the conditions in the exception more closely. Condition 1 states that the messenger wire, suspension strand, or other overhead conductor must be identified in Table 310.15b16 for the support of raceways and cables. Table 310.15b16 in the NEC provides that allowable ampacities of insulated conductors rated up to and including 2000 volts, 60 degrees Celsius through 90 degrees Celsius, in free air. It is essential to verify that the support system can handle the load. This means the messenger wire or suspension strand must be of a sufficient gauge and material to safely support the weight of the raceways and cables without exceeding its rated capacity. This table ensures that the support is not overloaded, preventing potential failures. Condition 2 says that the messenger wire, suspension strand, or other overhead conductor is listed for the support of the raceways or cables used. This means the support system has been tested and approved by a recognized testing laboratory such as Underwriters Laboratories, NEC, or CSA Group for the specific purpose of supporting electrical raceways and cables. The listing will specify the types and sizes of raceways and cables the support is designed to handle, as well as the maximum weight it can safely support. Using a listed support system ensures that it has been evaluated for safety and performance, reducing the risk of failure. Condition 3 requires that the messenger wire, suspension strand, or other overhead conductor be of sufficient strength to withstand the additional weight of the raceways and cables. This condition is crucial, even if the support is not specifically listed. The person making the electrical installation must assess the strength of the support system to ensure it can handle the added weight of the electrical raceways and cables. Factors to consider include the material of the support, its gauge or thickness, the spacing of the supports, and the overall weight of the raceways and cables. If there is any doubt about the strength of the support, it should be reinforced or replaced with a stronger one. Condition 4 stipulates that the raceways and cables do not impose a torque on the messenger wire, suspension strand, or other overhead conductor. Torque is a twisting force that can put stress on the support system and potentially cause it to fail. This condition is particularly important when supporting multiple raceways or cables from a single support. The raceways and cables should be arranged in a way that distributes the weight evenly and minimizes any twisting forces on the support. For example, if supporting two raceways from a messenger wire, they should be hung on opposite sides of the wire to balance the load. If the raceways or cables are likely to impose a torque on the support, additional bracing or support may be needed to prevent failure. In summary, While NEC 300.11 generally prohibits electrical raceways from being supported by other raceways or cables, exception number 1 provides a pathway for using supports from other systems, provided that the conditions outlined in the exception are met. These conditions are designed to ensure that the support system is strong enough, properly listed or identified, and does not impose undue stress or torque on the support structure. When considering using supports from other systems, it's important to carefully evaluate the support structure to ensure it meets all the requirements of NEC 300.11 and any other applicable codes or standards. This may involve consulting with a qualified electrical engineer or inspector to ensure the installation is safe and compliant. Always prioritize safety and compliance with electrical codes. Improperly supported raceways can create a hazard, leading to equipment damage, electrical shock, or even fire. In conclusion, while it is allowable to support electrical raceways from supports of other systems under certain conditions outlined in NEC 300.11a, it's essential to ensure that all the requirements of the exception are met to maintain a safe and compliant electrical installation.